All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? We did a video the other day, and again, it's Young Dolph claiming that he was offered a $22 million deal by a label. He did not specify the label, but he said they wanted him on $22 million. He said, fuck the $22 million, all right? Now, I speculated that it could have been Atlantic. Gucci signed to Atlantic. We understand that Gucci and Young Dolph have a great relationship. They're very close friends. Probably one of Dolph's closest friends in the rap world. He credits Gucci for being one of the only real rap niggas in it. Gucci's come home. He's been cool with a lot of people, but it looks like when he needs that go-to guy, Dolph's his guy he calls, or one of his guys he calls. And we're thinking maybe Gucci Man teamed with Atlantic, the label that he's on, and tried to offer Dolph a spot on 1017, because in the past, Gucci has wanted to sign Young Dolph, and Dolph's kind of wanted to do his own thing. We're thinking maybe Gucci was the one that teamed with Atlantic and offered Young Dolph the $22 million. Well, apparently not. As Young Dolph was shooting a video with his like 25 camo cars he got, in the comments section, I've seen Gucci LaFleur say, fuck the $22 million, pretty much reiterating and co-signing Dolph not signing a label because you're getting too much money independently. Now, if it's not Atlantic label, then I do have a couple of labels off the top of the head that I think it could be, because I did think it would be Atlantic. But if it's not, that's only up for speculation, so I'm not gonna name those labels. But again, we found out through Gucci, it's not Atlantic, it's not Gucci trying to sign Young Dolph. But that brought me to a bigger conversation and a bigger debate, because somebody asked me, and I had this conversation with somebody that I know and I respect their music acumen. They asked me, yo, should Young Dolph sign a label? Trust me, I get why Young Dolph is not signing over to a label. If someone's gonna offer an artist like Young Dolph, who hasn't had a crap ton of mainstream success, Dolph's had a few records, but not a crap ton of mainstream success. If they're offering him $22 million, that means they want access to his back catalog. They want to own a lot of Dolph's old material. So every time you stream that music, Dolph makes a percentage off of it. If the label owns it, he will again make a small percentage off of it. If Dolph owns his music, he make all the money off of the record when you stream or buy some of his back catalog. They're gonna want all of that. They're gonna want to own all that, and I get why Young Dolph would not want to give up those rights and would want to maintain that for himself. But I'm gonna just play devil's advocate here, because I do believe Dolph should sign to a label. Young Dolph, to me, has been on that cusp of superstar rapdom for quite some time. He's now, what, 31, 32, 33, somewhere along there. How many hits does Young Dolph have in the chamber? I don't know. I love Young Dolph's music. I just don't know how many more of them big-time records he's got in his disposal. I don't know how many preachers he has left. I'm looking at Young Dolph become the CEO. I'm looking at Paper Route Empire. He's got a phenomenal crew over there, from Jay Fizzle, and especially in Key Glock. Key Glock is a phenomenal talent. Now, I'm looking at Key Glock's trajectory. Streets love him, but you can tell he needs that one big And if Dolph was on a label, like so many other artists have done, because Dolph does have an eye for talent, those artists under him would be on a higher pedestal. Even Dolph's music would be on a higher pedestal. When he's promoting a project, it's just certain things he wouldn't have to do. Now, you're giving up a tad bit of your freedom. It's not just as easy as saying, I want these $22 million. The label's got to do whatever you want. They're going to want some things in return. Certain things that Dolph might not be accustomed to doing because he's been independent for so long. I get it. But in regards to maximizing his potential as an artist, that label would help take his other artists, which would help Dolph take a back seat going forward and become CEO Dolph more and more. That would help him take that back seat, and I think take his brand to the next level, which, man, bruh, Dolph might be able to double that $22 million and make $44 million if he's now the CEO and Paper Route Empire gets off the ground like he expects it to do so. I'm just saying, I think it's something he should consider. if he can find a way to maybe do a management deal with the Rock Nation, because I like how they move, and maybe they don't own a lot of Dolph's back catalog, but the management deal means they do get a percentage off the top of a lot of what Dolph is doing, but they put Dolph and his artists on a way bigger pedestal. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I believe Dolph should sign with a label just because I want to see this immensely talented artist from the same city as me become the biggest star he can be. And I know for quite some time, young Dolph would have benefited from a label. But at this point in the game, part of his brand has been kind of like dissing niggas who are on labels and saying fuck the labels. So it kind of would be off brand for him to go sign with a label at this point. But I think from the business standpoint, it's still the best business move to make the most money and become the biggest artist. What y'all think? I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. You are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Shout out to Mr. TALIAFERRO.
You're watching Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.
Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.